Hey there, planners. It's that time of year where I'm starting to think about gift giving, gift receiving, self-gifting, and I got ready to sit down and make a list of all my favorite planner supplies and journaling supplies and stationery, and I realized that actually my favorites have not changed over the years. I have certain things that I have used over and over again, that I purchase over and over again, that I still love and would still recommend, and I thought it might be fun to share a compilation of, over the years, all of my favorites that I still love and would suggest that you purchase for yourself or for someone else who loves planning and journaling. So I will have everything linked down in the description box below in case you're interested in picking something up for yourself or someone else. And maybe I anticipate this will be a long video, so maybe pop some headphones in and go about your business, or plan in your planner. Make sure you have a warm, snuggly beverage, and let's share our favorites. So here we go. All right, the first pens, markers, highlighters, because they meet all of those criteria that I want to talk about, are the Crayola Colors of the World markers. I should mention now, everything I talk about will be listed down in the description box below in case you're wanting to check that out. So I cannot say, I'm starting with, I think, what might be the best value, the best quality, and the best fit for fall. So I cannot say enough good things about these markers. They are, Crayola is great quality for ridiculously reasonable prices. And I was late to the game. I just discovered them last year, but they are such fantastic markers for really anything. And the fact that now children all over the world can color in their own skin tone or other skin tones, I just love the concept. I'm super happy about that. But specifically for planning and using highlighters and writing, these markers come in the regular size, the wide tip like this, and then also the fine tip like this. So, which makes it great because you can get, that wide marker. Some folks who hand letter, which I do not, I really stink at that. It's not a skill set I have. They really enjoy the hand lettering aspects of this. But then also the fine markers are perfect pens. They're probably like, I would say just a slight bit, if you compared it to the size of an ink pen, like a slight bit larger than a 1.0. But they really make great writing. So, and the colors, it's amazing range of colors. Like you've got all of the soft muted pinks, all of the pastels and beiges, the browns, even like, some almost white, off-white colors. It's just fantastic. It's a fantastic selection for fall. All right, next up on my favorite pens list for fall is a pen that I discovered last year. These are the Sarasa Zebra Sarasa clips in 0.5 ink in the vintage colors. And these are really wonderful gel pens. And the colors are pretty amazing as well. They are just perfect for fall. This mustard yellow is probably my favorite color ever. I absolutely love the brown. I think the brown is so perfect for fall. And also this sort of jade green is perfect for fall. So these are fantastic. They write beautifully. All right, another option for gel pens, which I think are really fun to have and are in great fall colors, are these Rytec gel ink pens that are 2-in-1s. So each one has 2 colors, and you can see the 2 different sides. They do actually have names, which I think is cool. So for example, this is amber and dark green, and these write great as well. They are very comparable to the Zebra Sarasa pens, but you have a few more color options because each pen, this comes in a pack of 8, and each pen has 2 different colors. So you're getting 16 different colors. But look at that green, how pretty that green is. Really, really pretty. They write wonderfully. They're in a 0.5. And I have just continuously been like wowed by Rytec. If you have not checked out Rytec products, I actually have several different Rytec between ballpoint and gel and needlepoint, all kinds of things. These two pens are my sort of go-to ride or die pens right now. And actually, they have been rivaling each other all year long. This is a Uni Jetstream multi-pen, and I have so many versions of this. I have this pen in so many colors. Right now, I have refills of 0.5 in there. You can also buy refills in 0.7. It's super easy to find refills for this pen, and I love it. If you own anything that is Hobonichi or Tomoe River paper, then this pen is an absolute must. It will never smudge. It writes like a dream. It's absolutely perfect. I like the multi-pen because it has the thicker barrel. I like a thicker barrel. I hold the pen very tightly. My grip is very tight, and so the larger pen barrel with the grip, the rubbery grip, is very comfortable pen for me. I also love the fact that it has a pencil and an eraser. That is really cool as well. So especially if you are drawing in elements or counting boxes or grids in your whatever planner you're using, it's very, very handy to have. I don't hardly ever use the red or blue, and actually I saw a great idea from someone to add all black refills into the pen and just have them in different colors, and I thought, wow, that's a great idea. So yeah, this pen has been, I want to say, for 3 or 4 years at the top of my pen hierarchy. My go-to, I always have one with me. And then this year I started experimenting with the Pilot Dr. Grip Gel pen for the same reason. Very comfortable, very thick barrel, very comfortable. And the gel, the way the pen writes is just like butter. It's absolutely beautiful. You can see, comparing, it's a lot thicker than the Uni Jetstream multi-pen in 0.5, but it's really, really gorgeous. Now, this would be a disaster in anything Tomoe River paper, or anything, you know, with any paper that has some sort of coating on it to help it be more fountain pen friendly and more absorptive. This would not work because the pen is so thick. Even on regular, this is a Stylogy, even on regular Stylogy paper, it doesn't dry quickly. But it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous and it's comfortable. So I have been through the summer of this year in an Erin Condren, and the Erin Condren paper, that Mohawk paper, this is a dream on that paper. So yeah, so these two pens stay close by. All right, I saved my absolute 2 favorite new additions to my pen collection for last. This first one is a rare, hard to find pen. So I saw these in, I can't even remember. It might have been an email that I got, like from Jet Pens or something like that. And this little baby pen just kind of stole my heart. It is so adorable. So this is Uniball 1P gel pen, and it comes in 0.5. It's got the little clip. It is absolutely adorable. What I love about it is it's small, but it's got a thick barrel, and the colors are really muted. So adorable. There are some pastels, but there's also some great colors for fall, like an orange, and this color, which is called Coffee. Of course, I had to have the coffee, and as you might imagine, this one is very difficult to find because it's selling out everywhere. So this next pen is one that I am so excited about. It looks like, with its retractable fountain pen tip, it looks like a Pilot Vanishing Point, which I do have a strong desire to own, but it's expensive. It's like almost $200. It's a pretty, I think it's like 160, 170, something like that. That is a very expensive pen, guys. So I just was kind of looking around, you know, thinking about companies like I talked about, like Rytech, that do knockoffs, to see if there might possibly be something in the world of Amazon that I could, you know, enjoy the retractable fountain pen style without the Pilot Vanishing Point price point, and I found this guy. It is so lovely. It is such a lovely writing experience. It is beautiful, and it works on all kinds of paper, and it is not the Pilot Vanishing Point at the 100 and whatever price point. It is a knockoff called by a brand called Majan. I may not be pronouncing that correctly, but it's absolutely gorgeous, and it comes in a ton of colors. So if you are looking for something a bit more colorful and you just want to play around with fountain pen, it's awesome. These are some of my very favorite spring sticky notes. Look how adorable these things are with all of these beautiful pastel colors and all these little spring flowers in them. They're huge packs. And you guys know, if you've watched any of my Plan With Me's, how much I love sticky notes. I use sticky notes all the time. It's sort of my pre-planning method. It's also my method to move things around in my planner. So this is actually 2 different sets. Really good price on these. You will definitely see these popping up in my planner. All right, next up, I have some transparent circle sticky notes. They're a little cranky, but I really like transparent circle sticky notes. I don't know why, I just really like them. I wanted to bring out a notebook so I could actually show you kind of what they look like on paper, because when you look at them like this, they look kind of weird colors, and I don't really like the way they look like this. But when you take them off and put them on your notebook, which... let's see if I can figure out what side. Yeah, when you take them off and put them on your notebook, they are a much lighter color, and I think they are really pretty when you put them on paper. So I wanted to show you kind of how they get very transparent. So here's another example. I'll do a pink one. You can see how much lighter it is actually on the paper. Here's a yellow one. I haven't actually tried this one yet, so I'm anxious to see what it looks like on the paper. Yeah, so you can see, you know, if I had stuff written behind here, you could actually see through it. A lot of people use these for like Bible journaling, where you want to add something on top of a page, a note on top of a page, but you still want to be able to see the words behind it. I think these are really adorable, and I have been wanting these for a while, but the shops, the planner shops that I have found these in, boy, they're expensive. I mean, they're so expensive, and I just could not bring myself to buy 50 sticky notes and pay shipping for the prices that I was finding them at. So I found these on Amazon, and I thought I would give them a try, and I'm actually really happy with them. So this is a set of 240 index tabs. A lot like Avery tabs, that you see me use those all the time. The reason I liked these is because I really liked the colors. I thought the colors were really pretty. The packaging is super weird. So they come on these single strips where you have one index tab, and it comes in a set of 240. So you have all of these. Like, this isn't even all. I just pulled out a few to show you, because the stack is so huge, because they're individually, it's just a really, really odd packaging, but the colors are beautiful. The colors are really, really pretty. So if you're looking for some pastel tabs, and the price was a little bit more economical than like an Avery tab. So if you're looking for sort of pastel spring type colors, something very affordable for tabs, this is a really great option. Just be prepared that the packaging is weird. All right, another item in the planner category is this beautiful personal wide rings from Moterm. It's in the color pink, like a dusty rose, almost mauve-y type color. I'm absolutely loving this. I know when I introduced this, some of you were like, what the heck, you're in rings? Yes, I'm in rings. The personal wide size is pretty awesome, and Moterm makes very quality planners. So I'm really loving this for spring. I'm loving the ability to control the bulk. The rings are a perfect size. They're very large, so you could put a lot of stuff in there, but you can still control the bulk. I'm also using this in my purse and keeping all my wallet stuff in it, so There will be lots more videos about this planner, but this is definitely on my favorites list right now. We are moving into the category of pens. I have been on a journey with pens lately. So you guys know this one is like my tried and true. I have loved it for a very long time. This is the Uni Jetstream Multi Pen. I have it in like every color that's made. I love this pen. It's a ballpoint pen. It writes beautifully in all Tomoe River paper and like fancy Japanese paper with the coating on it that nothing writes on, and it's hard to find. This one writes on it. This one writes on everything. Also, these sticky notes. So it writes really well on these sticky notes without smudging. So no smudging. Yeah. So this pen is fantastic. I have yet to find anything it doesn't write well on. Given all that, I don't know why I started to stray, but I just started to get a little restless with this pen. So I went on a pen journey. I'll start with this one. So this one is really, it's just gorgeous. And you can see why, thinking about purple, you can see why I would be attracted to this. This is a Pilot, and actually a lot of what I'm gonna share today is Pilot. I kind of explored Pilot. This is a Dr. Grip multi-pen. So it's ballpoint multi-pen. It has red, green, blue, black. Of course, you can always change out the colors. It also has a pencil here, and then, you know, your eraser tip there. So I like the weight and I like the thickness. It writes really well for a ballpoint pen. It writes beautifully, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I have been loving it in here, with this notebook, paired with this notebook, and pretty much everywhere, because it's really gorgeous. Gorgeous pen. I think this one was the next one. Okay, so this one and these two are actually related. They're very similar. So this is another Uniball. This is a gel roller pen. This one is a gel roller pen, and it's going to be hard to see. Let's see if I can bring it into focus. Okay. This one has this really unique, hopefully you can see how like bendy this is. This is a grip, really unique grip on this pen. You can tell this one is a gel pen, and so you can see nice black, smooth writing. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it, and I was most interested in the grip because I like thick pens. I like really thick pens. Like normal pens like this, too thin for me. I don't like to, because I hold the pen really tightly. So I find that ones with really good grips are the most comfortable for me to write with, and I obviously do a lot of writing. So this one is very comfortable. If you're doing a lot of writing or taking a lot of notes, this one may be of interest to you. And related to that one is this gorgeous, oh my goodness. So I picked this up thinking maybe it would be a good match for this. And guess what? It is. It looks absolutely beautiful in here. This is another Uni Alpha Gel Jetstream. This one is ballpoint, where these are in the same line. This one is gel, and this one is ballpoint, which gives it a little bit more flexibility as far as being able to write on Tomoe River paper. And, you know, these, I actually haven't tried it on here. Whew. It doesn't perform as well on these sticky notes. I bet if I gave it a minute to dry, it would probably do better. But very smooth to write with, and it's got a really pretty barrel. And it's also got that really squishy grip, which I love. I love using that, and I just think it's a gorgeous pen. All right, Rytech is a brand that I continue to be extremely impressed with. I recently fell down the hole of retractable highlighters. I actually started with, I can't even remember the brand. It's like a normal brand of highlighters that are like just the regular neon colors. And I don't know what it is about that, but I am totally into that right now. And so I also have been wanting to keep, because in my Moterm ring planner I have these two pin loops. So I'm keeping my absolutely beautiful Uni Jetstream, my new Uni Jetstream grip pen in there, but I wanted a highlighter or, you know, some sort of color to keep in there as well. And when I was shopping for highlighters, I saw this and I thought, I wonder if that will work. And guess what? It fits perfectly. So that is the little happy couple that stays in my personal wide rings planner, and they are very happy and lovely together. These colors are absolutely beautiful, and the neutral, they're very neutral. I love the clicking of the highlighter. I'm a sucker for the little things, and that is just doing it for me right now. Next up, I want to talk about a few office and lifestyle things that I have been loving lately that are making my life easier this spring. And this one is the first up. So this is a USB-C to USB adapter in this beautiful rose gold color. So if you have the USB-C and you know, in your laptop or device or whatever, and you need to connect something with a regular USB, these do that for you, and they're extremely affordable. They come in a ton of colors, and they come in a pack of 3. Very similar. This little guy, which kind of matches, they're not quite the same, but this little guy is also really handy. So this is a ultra thin, very thin USB-C hub. So it's got the USB-C right there, so you can plug it into your laptop or whatever. And then you've got all kinds of things over here. So 2 USBs, 3 USBs, another USB. You've got an Ethernet hub here. So if you had, you know, anything with an Ethernet cord, you could actually hardwire into internet. You've got a little micro SD card, a regular SD card, and then I want to say this is an HDMI. Yeah, HDMI. So like lots of little things. This is, you can do all kinds of things with this little guy. So this is really handy. I think this is really handy to have. All right, here's another super handy tech item that is so affordable and really solves a problem. This is a video conference light, and if you are a hybrid worker and you're going, you know, you might be working in different locations, or you're someone who travels around, this is such a little handy thing to have. It pops right on, super easy to put together. It comes in like 2 pieces. You just screw this part onto this part, and then you can move it around and hook it to your laptop. All right, here's something that you may see show up in the background of some of my videos. I felt like I needed a new desk mat on my desk at home, the one that I work from, and was doing a lot of research. I wanted something that was a little bit bigger, and this is actually reversible, which I think is really cool. So there are lots and lots of different color options. This one is the mauve and beige. I believe that's what this is. I'll have the specific one linked down below, but there were a ton of different color options, even some patterns that you could choose from. So, you know, you can think about it. You can be working on that side and then flip over and work on that side. So I just thought this was really great. And I think the material is going to be very easy to clean. It's sort of a leather-like, obviously not leather, but sort of a leathery, pleathery type feeling. And I think it's going to be really easy to clean. So I'm loving this Color Dot. I believe they're new. I have not seen them before. Robin mentioned them and I went and checked them out. They're a little different. So they're the single side. They do not have the pen side, which I rarely use the pen side anyway. But these are like pastel traditional highlighter colors. So you can see, like, here is the new color pink, and then if I pull out the other pink, you can see the difference, right? So that's a little bit brighter, more neon, whereas this is more muted. Here, I'll zoom in just a little bit, so hopefully you can see. This is a little bit more muted. I absolutely love this. I love these colors. And then there's an orange that is more muted, and there's not a color anywhere near this in the other set. If I pull out kind of the closest thing to orange in the other set, you can see it is like shockingly bright. right? So this new set is much more muted. I absolutely love the colors. They are gorgeous, sort of a limey green, and then this really pretty mint green. They're much more pastel colored, muted. The blue is gorgeous. I've already used it in my planner for the January setup, and then there's a really nice pastel purple. I have found Amazon to be an amazing source of sticky notes. Most of these are from a brand called Monolike, which I have been amazed with this brand. I find them on Amazon. They have just amazing color palettes and size ranges. That is where most of these come from, and these are the ones that I used most this year. So I've got these thinner, almost like banner size sticky notes. These are so perfect for pulling off, and if you think something is happening in a calendar day but you're not 100% sure, putting it on here, popping it on the day, and then being able to move it around as needed. Also repeating tasks, so recurring tasks I like to put on these sticky notes and then move from week to week. So these are a great size. I also love these little circle stickers, and these came in a set of, I want to say 6 different color palettes, all sort of ombre like this. There's a purple one, there's a pink one, there's a yellow one, yellow-orange one, so lots of different colors, a blue one, and these little circle stickers are so fantastic. I actually use this quite a bit when I'm planning for content for this channel. I'll write down the video I think I want to post and then kind of move them around as needed. These are really, really handy, and there's quite a few in there. And then more from Monolike with just different patterns and sizes. Absolutely love these, and they're really good quality sticky notes, meaning the sticky works really well. And you can see some have check boxes, some have lines, some have grid, some are blank. Just fantastic. Okay, next up I want to talk about paper clips. I'm going to try to pronounce this Cutico. I believe that's how you say it. This box came, I have had this for a couple years now. I use them all the time, and you can see that I still have a ton left. These paper clips are awesome. So they're different metallic colors. Here's the purple one, for example, so you can see the shape and you can see the color. And, you know, they're just a little fun. They're just a little fun. Now, they do come in 2 different sizes. You've got a larger size and a smaller size in this set. So there are two larger size, one in gold, one in rose gold, and then 6 smaller size, green, rose gold, purple, black, gold, and silver. And I keep these on my desk handy all the time. I use them all the time. I do try to pull them out when I no longer need them. So when I finish a planner, I will go through and pull out all of my paper clips and put them back in here. These make a really great gift, a really good stocking stuffer. So this would be a great little gift for yourself to jazz up your paper clip selection and add a little color. Okay, next I want to talk about Ollie clips. If you've not ever used Ollie clips, you should definitely try them out. It is hard to share these with you because they are such strong magnets that they like to bunch up like that. So it's hard to show you. This one still happens to be in the pack. I actually ordered this for myself and have not opened them yet. These are the smaller size Ollie clips, and then I have a number of the larger size Ollie clips. So the concept here is that they can be used for paper clip or clipping together pages, and they are extremely strong magnets. So it's very easy to clip large amounts of pages together. So let's see. This has got a plastic clear cover on it. This is what I call my scribble book. That just an extra notebook that I use. But like, look how many pages can be clipped together. And like, it's on there, it's strong. So these are fantastic. The other way I have used them is also when I don't have a pin clip or a pin loop on a planner, I can just put this on the page and then pop my pen right there. So these are really, really handy. The color selection is awesome. Now, colors do come and go. So for example, this one for a little while, this snow leopard print one was really hard to find. So I was finally able to find it. And, you know, I try to keep, this isn't even all that I have. I have some other ones that are tucked away in planners right now. But I try to keep a good selection and keep them handy, and I use them all the time. Okay, I actually have kind of two things I want to share here. It's hard to share though. So this is an acrylic 3-drawer set, and it is specifically designed to hold washi. So you can see in the drawer, it has 3 spaces to put your washi in. So I wanted to show just kind of the drawer set, and I will pop a picture in from Amazon of what the drawer looks like. And then also I just wanted to talk a little bit about washi. Washi tape to me is the perfect accessory for your planner. It can be very functional, it can be very decorative. If you are not into stickers, or you know someone who's not really into stickers, washi can be a great alternative. I use washi tape in my work planner sometimes. It's a great way to mark pages, like putting the washi on the side of the page so that when I'm flipping through I can easily find what I'm looking for. So very functional, as well as it can be very decorative. I have this year found some neutral sort of, you know, grid pattern, black and white pattern washis. I also have them in some colors. I have found these to be so handy this year, as well as this little drawer set that I'm holding them in. This is fantastic. What I like to do, because I have so much washi, is actually switch out what's in the drawers seasonally. So I have, you know, right on my desktop, my favorite washis that I can see because the drawers are acrylic and I can see through them. And, you know, for me, if it's tucked away in a drawer, in a dresser or a desk, you know, and I'm not seeing it, I kind of forget that it exists. Whereas if I can have it on my desk in a way that I can see it, I will use it and enjoy it. Okay, these little tweezers are one of my absolute favorite accessories and tools, and I use it all the time. So this is Eco Tools, and they are craft tweezers. So the concept is that little tiny sticker that I want to put somewhere. For example, my little favorite dot stickers that I showed in my favorite stickers video. So these little guys are notoriously hard to move around, but when I have this set of tweezers, I can pick them up, and then because you open by squeezing, and when you're not squeezing, it just holds it. Now I can set this down, I can get the page ready the way I want it, and then I can pick this up and put it where I want it to go. Really, really fantastic. If you work with stickers a lot or little small details, it would make great gift for crafters as well. But for planners, if you are, you know, struggling with working with small stickers, I would highly recommend this pair of tweezers. This is my go-to pair, and I would kind of be lost without them. One tool that I could not live without is my laminator. So I love to make my own planner dashboards. Here's an example for December. Here's an example for my section of my planner with a Thanksgiving checklist. I absolutely love to make my own dashboards. So the way I make my own dashboard, I have my favorite laminator, which is my Scotch laminator. I also have a second favorite. I was sent a laminator to try this year, and it's like a really souped up fancy version of my old Scotch laminator. So I'll have that listed down in the description box below as well. But the one that I have had the longest this year and used it to death is this basic Scotch laminator. It is fantastic. I use it for decorative cards. I use it for dashboards. I use it for, you know, task lists that I'm going to put in the back of my planner because I'm using them over and over again. I use it for things for the family. It's amazing when you have a laminator how all of a sudden everybody needs things laminated. But this is just a fantastic tool. I use it constantly. Okay, my next tool is the Canon Ivy. This is a tool that was introduced to me around the time of my birthday in the spring. I received this as a gift and it is so cool. I have enjoyed it so much, having little photos like this printed and being able to put them in my planner. It is really simple to use. It works with Apple and Android technology, so it is a really fun, and it comes with different colors. So this one is the rose gold, but it comes with different colors. The paper that goes inside is a little bit expensive, but I really like having the ability to print my own little stickers. That's the other thing. It's a sticker. So being able to peel off the paper and have a little photo sticker to put in my planner. And I have used it a lot this year. I'm going to be using it even more next year. This is the Dymo label maker. And I absolutely love this label maker. It comes with a little holster that has a magnet on the back. And so I keep it in its holster sitting right there on the side of my desk. And I love to whip this thing out and make a label. It's so much fancier than the label maker I had when I was younger. And I think that there's a bit of nostalgia about having a label maker for me, but I really do use it all the time. So making divider tab labels, labeling little task cards. I label everything. So there's just a ton of uses, and for your planner and for other reasons. It is not that expensive, but it is a really fun tool to have, and really solve some problems if you're looking to make those little labels for your planner in different sections. Okay, next up is a product that it took me a long time to find available, but I am a huge fan of Zebra mild liners, and this is the neutral set. So these are the typical chiseled tip on one side and then sort of pin tip on the other side. There are 5 colors. This is copper, which copper is my favorite. Copper is the best color because I felt like this color was kind of missing from the Zebra mild liner set. This is cool gray. I'm not that impressed with cool gray. There was already a gray in the Zebra mild liner set, which I felt like was a pretty cool color. So it's good. It's just not that impressive to me. This is olive, which I do like. It's very light. Almost hard to tell it's green. It's very gray in color. So that's nice. And then this is beige, which is awesome. This is a very nice color to have. And then this is cream, which is hard to see. But they make my favorites list this year because they're Zebra mild liners, and I felt like I needed the complete set because I love Zebra mild liners. Here's a pen that I don't talk about often on this channel, but I use all the time. This is my go-to journaling pen. It is a fountain pen. It is a Lamy Safari fountain pen, and it actually comes in a ton of colors, and it's got easy, pre-filled cartridges with different colors that you can add in. And I'm not really, my handwriting is not great, but I find that this pen helps me to write better. It is one of the easiest fountain pens. I have purple ink, or purple blue, maybe, I'm not sure exactly which one, but I find this pen super easy to write with, and I actually think this pen makes my handwriting look better. So I use this for journaling. I journal a lot at night, and I love to use this pen. It makes me feel fancy. All right, let's bring out the big guns. This is the Tombow set, the complete set, the big guy. I have a very wonderful husband who is very supportive of my stationery planning addiction, and he picked this full set up for me for my birthday. And I absolutely love them. I love all the colors. I love the quality of Tombow brush pens. The color range is amazing. I use them probably weekly, if not daily. I'm using one of them. I pick out one color each week for work, and then I just make a highlight. It's really the only color or you know, creativity I put into my work planner, but I highlight the top of the page for the week with that color, and it helps me be able to recognize you know, where weeks change in my work planner. That's probably the most functional way I use these pens, but I also use these for a ton of creative projects and planning and, you know, all kinds of things. So this is pricey. This is probably by far the most pricey item on this list, and you do not have to buy the whole set. You can buy these in packs of 5 or 6 in color combinations. It is way more expensive to buy the individual packs to get the full kit than it is to just buy the full kit with the box. And it does come in, I've got it taken apart now. You know, these actually hook together so they swing out like this. But they come in, you know, this really handy storage box that is great to be able to, you know, display the pens or, you know, just to keep them in a complete set. I love this. This would be a fantastic gift for someone that you want to drop some money on or, you know, maybe put on your own Christmas wish list if you've been really good this year. So anyway, I can't not include these in my favorites video because they are truly one of my favorite pens. All right, so I talked a minute ago about the neutral color zebra mild liners, but now I'm going to talk to you about my ride or dies, my absolute favorites, and they are the zebra mild liner brush pens. Oh man, these things are so awesome. They have the dual tips, so they do have the pen side on the other side, but the brush side is so awesome for highlighting. With the chiseled tip, and you can even see it here in these marks I made earlier, I always got this little like ink blunk at the end. I know that's not a word. But you know what I'm talking about, where the ink kind of pools before you pick your pen up? You don't have that with the brush pens, which I really love. And I always found the mild liners with the chisel tip just to be not quite wide enough. And the brush, I don't have that problem at all. So I don't hand letter. I stink at it. I just can't do it. But if you did, these would be fantastic for that as well. But I don't use them for that. I use them for highlighting, and they are fantastic. I have a huge set. I have all the colors available. I wish they would make the neutrals available in the brush set. But I really do use these every single day. I use color coding in my work planning, and I have zebra mild liners assigned, certain colors assigned to everything I do. So I use these all the time. Okay, now we're really getting into my top 2 favorites. This is my number 2 favorite, and these are the Zig Clean Color Dot markers. My daughter was making fun of me about, Mom, why do you need this? And then she caught me one time making a list, and I don't make a list without using these markers. They are so awesome for checklist. I also use them, as I said in the previous item, I also use them for color coding at work. So I have colors assigned to things at work, and I have a Zig dot marker and a zebra brush pen aligned and assigned in color coding for work stuff. So I use these every day, every single day. I keep one with me all the time. If I'm going somewhere, my planner's coming with me, one of these and a pen, which I'll talk about in a minute, is also going to be in that planner. All right, and finally, the ultimate favorite writing utensil of this year and the previous year, and probably the previous year before that. I am obsessed with this pen. I go nowhere without this pen. Ever since I've discovered this pen and I have been tied at the hip. This is the Uni Jetstream 4-way multi-pen. It is awesome. I have it in a ton of colors. As you can see, it comes in a ton of colors. I have it in a ton of colors. I keep one with me all the time. So what I love, it's a multi-pen, so I have black, blue, green, red, and a pencil, and it's got a little eraser for your pencil. The ink is fantastic. I actually keep them in different sizes, so this is a 0.5, and I believe this is a 0.1. So you can see the difference there. I keep them in different sizes because I like to use different sizes for different things. You can buy the refills in different sizes on Amazon. So for example, you can get the colored refills. I have a ton of the colored refills as well. But I also have 7 and 5 millimeter, which is my two favorite sizes, but these are easy to buy, they're inexpensive, and they ship quickly from Amazon. So I keep a lot of backups of this because, again, I use this pen all the time, every day, all the time. This is my go-to pen. I put together a Bible study basket of things that I might want to use while I'm studying the Word. I don't use all of these things every time, but these are the things I like to have close by where I'm doing my Bible study. This is actually, it's very large, so it's hard to fit in the screen, but this is actually an Erin Condren bag. I'm not 100% sure that they still have this exact design. This is the hexagon design, which I absolutely love. I love the color scheme. I love the dividers, which have Velcro. I can move around and put in different shapes. It's a really great size, and I also love that it is square or rectangle so that it sits flat on the bottom. I can just pick this up, put it right beside me, carry it wherever I want to go, and it's got everything I need in it. First item in my Bible study bag, and the most important, the most critical to actually studying the Word, is my Bible. This is actually a newer Bible for me, and I say newer because anything less than 25 years old is new because that's how long I had my previous version. My previous Bible I had since the time I was baptized and given it as a gift as a teenager, a young teenager. So the reason that I switched, I probably would have stuck with that one forever, but the reason that I switched is the words started to be a little small for me. And so I needed something that had a little bit larger print in it. And that's what this Bible is. This is actually a New King James Bible. It is from Thomas Nelson Publishing. It is larger print, so the words are a bit larger. However, it's compact. This is a compact, larger print Bible. So this is a really good size. It's actually smaller than my previous Bible. The other thing I love about it is it does have sort of those little thumbprint dividers that give you hints to where books are when you're searching for some of those smaller books. It helps to have them. Right, next up we have this super simple, unassuming Midori notebook, A5 Midori notebook with grid paper. It's hard to even see against the background of this table. It's just so very plain. I haven't put a cover on it. I haven't put any stickers on it. I'm just leaving it super plain. See it? I'll pull it up closer, but there is a very light grid, but not too light. And the size is a little bigger than a Stology grid, just a little bit bigger, which I find really, really nice to write on. The paper is fantastic. I've actually never used Midori notebook before, but I'm really impressed with this one because the paper is taking gel. I've been using these Bic Gelosity pens, which are, if you know anything about Bic Gelosity pens, they are super juicy. I've been using these gel pens on this paper, and it is not bleeding. It's not showing through. It's doing fantastic. So I'm also highlighting things like that. So this has been really, really good paper. First of all, this little tiny notebook, I actually got these little tiny notebooks in a set of 3 that are so cute. I thought I knew what I wanted to use them for. I ended up not using them for that purpose, and now they've just been sitting over on my desk waiting for me to decide how I'm going to use them, and I thought this would be a perfect time to pull it out. And the way I'm using this actually is just to keep a little list, and I've got one item in there, just to keep a little list, a running list of things that I run across that I would like to study more in the future. This is this fantastic pad of paper from Erin Condren. And I have been debating about whether to get the folio for this journal. So the planner folio, I really like the planner folio. And these pads of paper stick down in the back of them. I love this because it's a great place to write out something in more detail and attach it into this book or into my planner. This is actually beige whiteout, which works perfectly in Hobonichi Hobonichi products because the pages are typically off-white, and also it's the same color as the Midori notebook, so that would work well in this Midori notebook too. Got a stack of notebooks here. These are notebooks that I am currently using and notebooks that I have used in the past, and they are my favorites. They're the ones that I keep coming back to over and over again. So this is the notebook that I am currently using. I have just been so impressed with this. This brand is actually called Vivid Scribbles. This is a new brand to me as of the time that I purchased it on Amazon. I had never heard of this brand before, and it is actually this notebook that got me back into my bullet journaling era. First of all, look how gorgeous this cover is, and this notebook comes in about 10 different designs like this, 10 different cover options. This was one, when I saw this, everything about this just screamed spring to me. It has 200 dot grid pages. They're 160 GSM, so you can watercolor, you can paint, you can use all kinds of markers. It has held up so well. It's doing really great, and I am loving this. That's a lot of pages. 200 pages is a lot of pages in a bullet journal, especially at 160 GSM. That's kind of hard to find. So this is a fantastic option, and highly recommend this one because I'm loving it. I also have some that I've used in the past. Now, these two are Stalogies. Stalogy notebooks are very different than this notebook that I just shared. So this is 160 GSM paper. This is extremely thick paper. You can use all kinds of tools and supplies on there and don't have to worry about bleed through. Stalogy paper is actually very thin. It's a lot more like the Tomoe River paper of Hobonichi products, but it is not Tomoe River paper. It has a special coating on it to make it absorbent of ink without going through the paper, so it does hold up really well to like fountain pen, different gel inks, things like that. But you are going to always have ghosting, and I'll see if I can find an example in this notebook. So let's see. Here's an example where you can clearly see where I drew a calendar on this page. So it's coming through this page and this page. So you are going to have a good bit of ghosting. For some people, that's a deal breaker. You cannot handle the ghosting. I actually don't mind that at all because the paper is so fun, and it also leaves wonderful ridging. Like when you write on one side, you get this great ridging. The paper's all crinkly. There's some things to really love about this paper. So this is in a B6 size. This is in an A6 size, so cute little pocket version. And then also there's A5, and then there's also B5, which is this size, the bigger size. So you can get Stalogies in a ton of different sizes. This is a 360 page notebook, so you've got tons of pages. This is one that I used back in 2021. You can see, you can tip things in, you can tape things in, you can, paste in different pages, stickers, all kinds of stuff. You can see how much fun I had with this. And if one of the reasons that you shy away from bullet journaling is because of all of the artwork, like the drawing and the painting and all of that, if that's just not your thing, then a Stalogy may be the answer for you, because you can see it doesn't take any personal artistic drawing ability in order to put some stickers down or tape some paper in. If you just kind of shy away from bullet journaling because of all the artwork that's required, Stalogies, because of their thin paper, allow you to do a lot with that. I have a ton of videos using Stalogies. All right, next up I want to talk about absolutely one of my favorite supplies, and that is stamps. I discovered the power of stamping, especially these little wooden alphabet stamps, alpha and number stamps, because my handwriting is terrible. I cannot brush letter. It is not a skill set that I have. I can do a lot of things well. That is not one of them. And I just didn't like my handwriting, and it made my bullet journal setups look messy. Once I discovered the power of stamping, and the other thing that I really love is that you can use markers. This is a Tombow brush pen. You can use markers to actually color on the stamp and then stamp that way, or you can use like the traditional stamp pad. Once I discovered that, oh man, I have had so much fun using stamps and creating really custom, unique headers that look clean and neat. I got these big number stamps, which I use a lot when I'm numbering things. These are some larger rubber alpha stamps, a little bit bigger than this one. You can also use with like these silicone stamps. You want to get like a glass plate, so you put the stamp on there and then dip it in the ink and stamp. So these are such great supplies to have, and if you don't love your handwriting or you're not an expert at making beautiful, lettering, these might help you feel more confident about the spreads that you're setting up, and they will look more appealing to you. That's how, at least that's how it is for me. So I'm actually going to start with two things that I don't know that I talked about on this channel at all, but they are some of my absolute favorite stickers. So these are two sticker books, and these are like serious sticker books. These are big sticker books. I got these off Amazon. This one is over 1,000 exquisite Victorian stickers. So if you want unique stickers, particularly for journaling and creative writing, adding something unique to your planner, if you think of happy planner stickers and you're just like, ugh, that's not me, then you probably want to check this out because it is amazing. So the design here is you've got 2 pages of stickers, and then you've got the backs of the sticker sheets. And I have this great idea that one day, probably years and years from now, when I finally use up all the stickers in this book, I will still have this really cool reusable sticker book with these awesome pages in between. So I think this would make a great junk journal too, in the end, once you use all the stickers. But just look at the crazy design. I mean, these are the craziest stickers. Some of them are so weird. Some of them are so cool. Like, how about this baby coming out of this egg? I mean, that's just weird. It's just weird. Some of them are just strange stickers, but some of them are really beautiful. Like this butterfly. I mean, they're just the most unique stickers. It's hard to even describe. You can see that I have used them. I'm slowly working my way through this. Look at these hands, artistic, drawn hands. They're just beautiful, and you're not going to find, okay, that is super creepy. Can you imagine putting that in your planner somewhere and you open it up? Ugh. Anyway, it's just so unique. I'm not going to flip through the whole thing. You gotta check it out. If you're looking for some unique stickers, or if you know somebody who probably would not enjoy happy planner stickers or like weekly sticker kits, but is into journaling or creative writing or junk journaling, this would make a fantastic gift for that person. So that's one. And then the other one is all about flowers. It's the Botanist sticker book. So this one is very similar design, where you've got 2 sticker pages and then some paper in between. It's all about flowers, floral, fauna, all of that stuff. So it's broken down into categories. The first section is all about the desert. So you've got all the desert plant life. It's so beautiful. They're such beautiful. Here's rainforest. And, if I haven't used this one as much, but I have used some of them, particularly from, and this is really cool. So this is a full page oval sticker. Like this thing is huge. So think about like that in the beginning as a cover page for the month or in the beginning of a journal would just be beautiful. These are aquatics, so all kinds of corals. Again, I won't go through all of this, but I've used a lot of these forest stickers. Yeah, so it's awesome. And if you're looking for something unique, here's another one of those. This is a full page square sticker. They're just gorgeous, and they're not your typical stickers, and they're just beautiful books. These little dot stickers from Amazon. These are extremely affordable. These little dots are semi-transparent, and they are so perfect for making checklists, highlighting dates, things like that. So I absolutely love these. I would advise, if you're going to use these, that you get yourself a little pair of tweezers like this. I'll have this listed down in the description box below too, because it just makes it easier to pull them up and place them where you want them, because they are a little tiny. I love them. I'm using them like crazy. And look at how many come in this pack. I mean, it's going to take me a really long time. I've been using them all year. I think I got these early in the spring of this year, and I've been using them consistently all year, and I still have tons. I have tons to go through. So from affordability, you know, from functionality, from how cute they are, everything about these makes them my very favorite sticker purchase. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video and seeing all the things that I have loved over and over. They're all things that I continue to repurchase and would continue to recommend to you and to others. So I would love to hear from you. What are the supplies that you purchase over and over again, that you recommend to others, that you would buy for someone who's interested in starting this hobby or is already an enthusiast planner and journaler? So let's create a master list of gift giving down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to Planning Annie for more content like this. And as always, thanks for planning with me.